Hey there, it's Wasted Potential 616 back again with some more comic reviews, and we're going to do 3 Marvel books for you. So let's get started. 2 of which are X-Men books, so let's get started with Uncanny X-Men 531. Okay, I enjoyed this, I like it. This is the second part of the quarantine storyline. It's a mixed bag. Now, I like Greg Land's artwork. I think he's a great artist. It's really good, but he does use models, and you can tell in some panels it is just like they're posing for a picture. So, well, they're not doing that, but you get the general idea. But I really like the artwork. If you don't like his artwork, you're probably not going to enjoy this book. The quarantine storyline's moving along quite nicely. Now, Matt Fraction has got someone else on board helping him out, Kieran Gillen. And yeah, the storyline's going well. You know, the whole quarantine thing, that mutants have got a disease on their island. There's some pretenders. There's some stuff with Wolverine's links to the Chinatown Mafia and stuff like that. And there's stuff with Emma Frost and Sebastian Shaw, which I think is quite good. So that you get, there's a lot going on here. But I can't help thinking that they're going over a lot of ground which has been done before. I mean, the whole quarantine thing, very reminiscent of the whole legacy virus thing that ran through the X-Men comics all throughout the 90s and a little bit in the 2000s or noughties. Thank God that's over. People aren't calling it the noughties anymore. But yeah, I enjoyed it. And also the whole the Sublime character. You know, I felt kind of Grant Morrison did what was kind of needed with that character, like a sentient virus which has various hosts. You know, I felt that had all been. It's kind of all been done before. But it has a different slant to it. It's enjoyable, but just not very original. I really like the artwork. A lot of people won't. Now, X-Men 6. This is the last issue of the whole Curse of the Vampires thing. Hey, I'm going to sound like I'm repeating myself here. But I really enjoyed this. I thought this whole X-Men vampire thing was going to be rubbish, but a real satisfying conclusion. This Geishler guy knows how to write X-Men. I mean... It's nothing groundbreaking. It's just kind of like a really fun story. You know, it's X-Men versus vampires, and done really well. You know, you've typically got Wolverine being being fucking hard. Cyclops just being a badass. You know, in his new sort of militaristic role, which I really like. The interchange between Cyclops and Dracula, you know, 2 leaders of the people, it just really works. It's written really well, and it's a lot of fun. The artwork's nice as well. Paco Medina, yeah, just generally nice. Just an above average book. I found it really enjoyable. My expectations weren't that high. I kind of find that, like, when I was a pup, like years ago, when the X-Men the first X-Men cartoon came out, well, the Fox one. I was lucky enough to see that when I was living in America briefly, when it first came out. But I would have loved, I would have thought this was the best thing since sliced bread back then. But, you know, after reading lots of comic books of various degrees of excellence and levels, different layered levels of political stuff, you know, I mean, it's a straightforward, fun comic book. It's not deep and it's not meaningful, but it's just a really satisfying conclusion to the story. It seems that, like, judging by the preview of the next thing, where it's going to be X-Men and Spider-Man, that this is almost like an X-Men team-up book, because it's like X-Men versus vampires with X-Men and Blade, even though they didn't play a huge role in it, and this is going to be X-Men and Spider-Man, so maybe that's going to be the general theme of this book. But an enjoyable read, I found. Fantastic Four 586. Oh, Hickman. It's still brilliant. There's still absolutely shitloads going on. And once again, I'm going to sound like I'm repeating myself because I've said this in previous reviews. Slowly but surely, everything's kind of coming together, but this is not new reader friendly. Now, I said in the previous review with Green Lantern, you know, it's fun to kind of think, oh, I don't quite understand that, I'm going to find out. But with this, you really would have had to have read the whole Hickman's whole arc on Fantastic Four. You know, I get the feeling that, like, he was given Fantastic Four and he was like, right, I'm going to write the shit out of this, I'm going to do the best Fantastic Four epic I can do, and that's what it is. But you can't just pick up an issue and get straight into it, you know, try and get all of it. It's probably written for trade, but good. I mean, Steve Epting's artwork is decent, good stuff, it suits it, and you do, if you've been following it, you get a little bang for your buck. There is a lot going on in there. There's so many different storylines, and they are gradually coming together. Once again, hopefully it's going to be a satisfying conclusion, but it is very enjoyable. Oh, and there's bits in here with Namor. Hickman knows how to write Namor. Some very good stuff in there, very good stuff. A lot of fun, but pretty much impossible for new readers. Maybe. If you're willing to put the time into it, though, worth it. Anyway, I think I'll leave it at that for the moment. I'm going to talk about Nemesis next video, but anyway, I'll leave it at that for now. See you later. Bye.